give you a list of 50 books that I read already.
My bad. I had allergies.
Maybe,
My bad.
maybe two of them would be helpful. Like one is called of Financial Markets by John Murphy. That was like the technical analysis Bible back in the day. But and then there's the other book, Option Price and the Volatility by Sheldon Natenberg. But even if you read those, it's not going to give you what these
exactly, because I ain't read
how does that trade from live for Andrew Aziz? I have that one.
So it's not going to give you what you're looking for. You can read all the books. Trust me, I read all of them. Disciplined Trader, Trading in the Zone, Market Wizards, all the books they have on this list. But it's going through the motions.
So is it just like experience? It's like screen time.
It's paper trading, it's experience, and it's putting your account in play at some point. Right? You got to take the risk. You got to take the plunge. You got to lose like $50. You got to lose $100. You got to lose $800 and then be like, okay, well, why did I lose $800? And then you got to make $1,000 in one trade. And like Zay said, figure out what you did right. What setup did you see that made sense? And why did you pull the trigger on that trade? That's what you got to do. All the books is great, but you know, that I would say on the job training, man.
Exactly, hands-on. And then once you get it, the books will help. The books will take you to another level. But you gotta like start from the beginning, support and resistance, candles, momentum, stuff like that, volume, what's like the different little stuff, the small stuff.
I didn't read no books, to be honest. I did all YouTube, candlesticks, until I started talking in candlesticks.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really start with this one guy until I got it.
This if you remember, is one thing all these people know how to do is think. So they can think on their own independently. Like this guy used to have me he used to have me do support and resistance every morning at like before the market opened. The commodities market opened at 9:30 in the morning. And so we go through trading strategies and all this kind of stuff in the morning. But on the baseline, I would have to do support and resistance for corn futures. And he traded the 10-year note futures. So I had to do that for him as well and get him his coffee. And so after I did that, he'd be like, okay, well, what do you think the market's gonna do? So then that would be my other thing to you, figure out an opinion on the market, like start developing what you think is gonna happen. So like, after you know the technicals, the support resistance, after you watched all these videos, start like really thinking about what you think is gonna happen in the market. Form an opinion, develop a strategy. Do you wanna scout today? Do you wanna swing? What do you wanna do? And then figure out the most appropriate strategy to use based on your opinion of where you think the market is gonna go.
Thanks for sharing that, guys. I really appreciate Dennis and everybody who's sharing like about DC and everybody who's talking about their experience because the reading of the books and stuff. By the time I finish the books and I'm like, I already forgot half the shit, but stuff like that, you know. So the videos definitely help. DC, is that DC as in you live in DC as well? Or
actually I'm in North Carolina. But DC is short for David Council. It's funny. So Council, they used to live in Durham, North Carolina. So Durham County, North Carolina. But then in DC, like Washington, DC. So DC, a whole bunch of DC. So yeah, that's, gotcha. But the W is Washington Wizards from Washington, DC.
So Jordan, what I'm gonna say, bro, hopefully you're still listening. You got your camera off. The reason I said
I'm still here.
The reason I said no books over and over again is because a lot of times, like you gotta realize it's like levels to it, bro. But once you get to a certain point, like David was saying, like reading them books really ain't finna add nothing more to you, bro. Like you gotta start tapping in with folks like this. I mean, like, hey, I need you to show me what you did. I'm gonna just listen and watch. All right, cool. Run that back. So you did that because of that? Why? Right? Like that have that. Books, like somebody write it out, print it out, and it's just there, you know what I'm saying? But like you have people right here that will show you and break this shit down. Nigga, it's 3 a.m, bro. So
Facts.
get the book. But on the other end, sorry for my language. On the other end, you gotta go ahead and start doing it yourself, right? Start taking them moves and learn from yourself. You just kept saying like you messing up. Why? What have you done to look at your past trades and say, dang, so if I had waited for XYZ, my entry wouldn't have been that bad. It would have been a profitable trade, right? Start looking in at yourself and read yourself. Be like, oh, I need to be trading on the 5-minute. When I look at the 5-minute, it made more sense. Oh, when I look at trend lines, it made more sense. When I throw RSI on or a MACD or whatever or nothing, it made more sense. You know what I'm saying? Forget the books. Study yourself. Learn from your mistakes because you got enough knowledge already, bro. You got enough knowledge already. So you just gotta look at yourself and be like, okay, here's what I need to do. Let me try this strategy out. This week was my first time full week trading off the 1 minute, no indicator, straight price action. Killed it. I said, bet, right? But if I spend all my time looking around trying to research 1 minute strategies, then I wouldn't have done nothing because I'm sitting here reading and watching 8 different videos. Now I'm trying to trade like them and trade like them and trade.
Yeah.
All that, bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bad, bro. Man, appreciate it, man. Honestly, appreciate you, man. Honestly, man, I have not felt this connection with no other group since, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's 3 a.m. I was supposed to be somewhere, but I'm like, fuck that. I'd rather be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here parked outside Shorty crib, but it don't matter, bro. I'd rather be here.
At 3 a.m.
I knew that already because I was like,
Go in, bruh.
not at the gas station. Come on.
Yeah, I see him in the
I'll
car.
never believe that. Like you was on with
Bro,
people.
I'm definitely at the gas station right next to Shorty house. Like, yo,
Got
I'm not
it.
gonna miss this knowledge, bro. Like, I'm not gonna miss this knowledge at all.
That's parties right there.
You need to put Shorty on with the knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will, but I have to know what I'm talking about before. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know what I'm.
You just bring her to the group.
Before I forward to her.
Bro.
You know
You just look her in the eyes and say, look, you want to get, what you want to do? You want to build wealth? You want to get money or not?
Yeah.
And, you know, that should answer the question already. Like, if she say, oh, yeah. And then you like, all right, you know, I'll see you later. I'm about to, you know, get in the Zoom class. You're in your Zoom class, 3 a.m. Like, what? Okay, yeah, all right.
All right, bet, man. Look, I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. Like, I low-key love y'all niggas, man, for real. I gotta go, but I love y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Watch them videos.
I can't afford a lifetime yet, but I'm gonna afford some soon, for sure.
Very soon.
All right. Talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Have a blessed day, my brother.
There's some deep stuff, man. There's some deep stuff.
Club MSC at 3 a.m, man. I can't wait. Let's go. We about to turn up, man.
I can't believe there's still 88 people on here.
Yeah. Y'all loyal.
Booty been vibing over there. He been vibing. I see you. Caribbean background. All right.
Hey Jordan, I'm gonna get off too, but I follow directions and I put a message in I'm about to say Concord. Lord, let me take my Discord. It's gonna be Fairy Pimp. Let me go to sleep. What the hell is Concord? Okay. Yeah, good night, y'all. This was great. Love staying up with y'all. Been on for a minute, but I gotta check out. Y'all have an amazing.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much.
So this how we start slowing down. And there's like 20 people that say goodnight at one time.
Yeah.
They're like, well, all right.
No, but last week when that happened, it was like 20 people signed off, and then you posted in the chat again, and all of a sudden 20 people came on like right after.
Yeah, I signed off at 3 a.m. last week.
See?
But I'm up. Had to take a little nap.
It's Saturday tomorrow, man. We pulling all nighters, man.
When people said they was taking naps, I was like, all right, let me take a shot, get a nap.
So I got a question. I got a question for y'all, and this is just so I had the chart up when you Moody, when you were going through your charts and stuff, and I brought up Trading View, and this is in 2020 when I first decided I was gonna sort of try to get back in the game. And I told Jordan this is a lot of stuff. Obviously, COVID happened to everybody in between January 2020 and now, but some stuff on a personal note for me happened. So it like pulled me out from a lot of stuff. But I was looking at the top performers in TradingView, and I was asking, I wanted to ask, have y'all ever like looked at different positions? I know Jay probably does this, but like super small price stocks that have explosive moves, that have high short interest, low volume on TradingView as screens, and then go for pops in the morning, like in the first 15 minutes. Y'all ever done that? I was doing that for a while, and I made like a bunch of money, and then I because you have to be precise and watch the pre-market and all that, and I just didn't have time because like work started picking up. But have y'all ever done that?
I personally have never done it. I've seen it I've seen people in discourse do it, like say the price action warriors, and like playing with small cap stocks and whatchamacallit. That
if you who
like,
sharing? You sharing, Moody?
Yeah.
Go to the Discord. So there's a guy named Moneybags, and that's exactly what he does, because I followed him for a minute. Go all the way up. I think it's somewhere. Yeah, Moneybag Signals. And he flipped like 500 to like, I think like 20K if you scroll all the way up.
Now, do you know if he's scalping though, or if
he has a scanner. I researched this dude for a minute. He has a scanner, and he scans these stocks who make what you're talking about, breakouts and stuff like that. And he scalps these stocks, and he, plays his scanner results, and that's what he's looking for tomorrow, the next day. And he writes down his, profit and percentages and stuff like that. And he makes, he makes money. He makes bank. He's done trading by 10:30. He only trades for an hour. So, but yeah, he turned 500 into like 20. And I was like,
yeah.
This dude is good.
I wasn't sure if that was the same thing, but yeah, that's man, that was great, man. Like that's like you just got to be so super quick though. So yeah,
so he has a software, on he does live trading. He has like the software on it, because you wouldn't be able to keep up. Then put in the stock, the price, buy the shares. By the time you've done all that, he's already in and out.
Yeah. So do you say he uses a bot to do it?
No, he does it himself, but he has a different software that automates it.
Okay.
That he can just click a button and it buys the stock, how many shares at whatever price. So you can buy in certain software, certain brokerages, you can add that type of software. I'm not sure which brokerage had it, but I've seen it done.
Okay.
And it makes, it pretty much automates the buying, similar to a bot, but you'll program, what stocks you're looking and the price that you want to hit. And then he has price targets and stop losses as well in there. So you can program all of that in there.
Yeah, I was doing it manually.
Yeah, you won't keep up.
Moody.
Yes, sir.
You remember that day I put them tickers in my channel at 9:30, and then
There's some weird ass stickers, yeah.
And then we had some weird tickers, and then we came back and they all went up like 9% for the day.
Mm-hmm. How you know I like watching?
I think that might be more.
It's fire.
That might have been around like Tuesday. Look at me rolling my
Oh, I gotta let it go so it can refresh.
Weezy, you have a question?
Yeah, I do have a question. I have a question for you, Jordan, and Moody.
What's up?
Like when y'all started trading, like how did y'all figure out y'all style of trading? You know, because I kind of struggle with that, you know, because I'll be bouncing back and forth through both, you know, swing, scalping. So it's like, how did y'all figure out y'all style of trading?
Well, I'll tell you like this. I'm still figuring out different stuff. This was my first week doing 1 minute chart. No, keep scrolling up, bro. I think this is my first week doing 1 minute chart only, no indicators, just price. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different style. You know, this is my first year. Like January is my first time day trading options. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different style. Prior to that, I was swing trading options. So there's nothing wrong with that as you continue to trade and continue to get better, continue to learn more as your lifestyle adjusts, right? I went from working a 9 to 5 to not working a 9 to 5. So I can just day trade. There it is right there, Moody.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah, you're gonna learn over time.
Oh, I could just click it right here.
Yeah, there's the tickers I put right there. I think that's something like, so David, what you was talking about was like short interest. You said a couple other things. That's what I was looking at right here. So I put those in my channel at like 9 in the morning.
Okay.
And then if you could scroll down a little bit, and then we made a couple bags. You know what I'm saying?
And then
that's where it ended up, right? So I think that might have been more aligned with what you was talking about.
yeah, because I'm not sure. I think that's what he was talking about. Cause like when he was talking, my mind, he was talking about trading views, and my mind quickly thought about bar charts. And I can't even remember how I found it because I was watching a YouTube video and I got off of it. It was when I was like trying to understand more about AMC and like short interest and why they continue to like skyrocket at certain points. And I understood price action, but I was learning a little bit more about short interest, and I started hearing that it had to be like around 30 or something around there. See, I can't even speak on that too much. See, and I'll leave that to Jordan because that's not my field. And I didn't do it, but that's what I thought about. It was bar charts. And I was just watching a video that told me how to like say if it was AMD. And you clicked in it, and you could go look at the short interest rate, but there's other like places you could look at it too. Like off the top of my head, I'm just thinking about go to Google and just type in, hey, how do I find out the short interest of AMD? And it's going to show me a platform or something. Then
I run a scan on FinViz.
Yeah, FinViz. But bar chart's good too. If you go on the tools, you can look for like stocks with particular candlestick patterns as well. Like if you looking for bullish patterns and it probably doesn't. Or you probably got to be like a member or something like that. But it has like different stocks with different patterns, trends, all types of stocks that you can just see, okay, like how they look and moving averages. Similar to FinViz. I have that too, but yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, so like going through. So one part is short interest, and looking at those because you could tell if it's going to be a short squeeze. And I think some of the bots, like Jordan, when you went through some of those indicators in those charts, that's exactly it. And then I think Dennis, that's the second part of the question. So the first part was what kind of Jordan was going through. You criteria to see who I think is gonna get squeezed. And if it's low volume and someone comes in and a big order hits, then you know it's gonna be a spike. So then if it's $1 stock and a big order comes in and volume's like 1,000, then I know it's gonna spike up. I just gotta be quick enough to be in it when it spikes and then
yeah, that's what that guy, man. That's why I see why his name money bags. I mean, you flipping 500 to 20K in a matter of a month. You know what I mean, hey.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it. You just gotta be quick. And like, that's what I was asking. Like, I tried it and I made some really good money, but like, I just wasn't quick enough, and I just had to stop because I was like, well, before I lose money, I don't like to lose, but I'm like, before I lose money, I'm just gonna stop. And so I don't know what program he has. But
he had some audit. It was on his YouTube. I was like, yeah, he's not doing these things manually. He's not buying, open up the stock, buying shares. Nah, he's clicking a button. Oh, bought 20, 50 shares of this, 80, 100 shares of this. Like, all right. So yeah.
And then the screen is helpful too, like kind of that section of the Discord, because part of it is so I was using FinViz and I had set up a screener, but the other part is like having those bots is helpful for the information too.
Yeah. I mean, the bot that we have, man, the bot that we have, that thing is powerful, man, if you really know how to work it. I spent like 2 days researching that too. Like, you can follow that bot has a feature called NetFlow where you can follow the premiums spent on SPY, and you know exactly when the premiums are for calls and puts are positive or negative. And like, okay, the market's about to flip, because it'll pretty let you know well in advance, hey, the premiums for, calls just went positive. And you like, well, we still trending down. You like, oh, well, that means that this market, is about to flip, SPY is about to flip. Or you can do it with any stock with that bot. It tracks all contracts spent and knows when they are going in a positive and a negative. And if you follow that, you can make money straight off that.
Exactly.
That's all analytics, basically. Like,
But yeah, so I don't know. This one guy that he was my manager at the time, and we got to talking about it, and we just because we knew, we were like, okay, well, and then the other part of the criteria was institutional ownership. And so like, if you had like, I don't know, let's say 80% institutions, then or 90%. And if you see anything over 100%, then that means it's leveraged, like super leveraged. So like, let's say institutional ownership is like 120%. Well, or ownership is 120%, institutions own 100 or more. Well, then you're looking at like short squeezes, and you have a whole bunch of open shorts. So the only way you can have more than 100% ownership with a float is if people are short, like a lot, leverage shorts. And so that's kind of like what happened with GME.
Yeah, with the GME and AMC squeeze. Yep. That's why they put that fund out of business. But that's what hedge funds do, right? I mean, they, it's you taking advantage of a company in the middle of a pandemic, so you're kind of shorting the stock, betting that, their goal pretty much out of business. But I kind of feel like that's kind of wrong, even though not shorting a stock is wrong, but you're taking advantage of the situation. Like, that we're in a pandemic and the fact that this company won't stay afloat. So, you take a big short position to short their stock in the hopes of putting them out of business so you can take ownership of the company. And, that's what happened. That's why they got put out of business. They deserve it. So one hedge fund down, 1 million more to go.
Oh yeah. Look, it's funny, man. What was the name of this stock? It was So right before COVID, and this is funny, like you knew it was gonna happen. So like it was all the COVID stocks. When I say COVID, it was like anybody that was making masks, it was anybody that was thinking about making an input component to a vaccine or a vaccine. Moderna was like super low, like the volume that would come through on any one day for these stocks, because they were all below $5. You could get in, you could drop 5,000 on, let's say, so what I used to do, I would take, so $500, I would take 2,500, and because I'm risk averse in a way, I would spread it across 3. And so I would find the stocks that I would want to look at, and I would look for things that were up by 25% or more in the pre-market, and then buy $2,500 worth of each one, and cut whichever one like didn't run in the first minute, but then usually it would be like 2 out of 3, and then they pop because the short interest is high and they were COVID-19 type stocks. The volume would come in and they pop, and then you just sell, and then you're like out, and you made like $3 grand in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's
all that's dead now.
right.
Like you definitely got, like, that's why I say like this market is like hard to trade in, because 2020 you can buy any stock and it's going to run out, right? Like this market, you got to be more strategic and choosing your entries and your exits, because as we know, like it can reverse on you any second. Like, you know, it happened to me a couple of times. So it's the way it is.
So this one, so TXMD. That one, I just pulled that up on a chart. That went down. Now, if I was looking at that, and then I was to say, okay, well, that's like $3, and then I would go over and I go to Fedbit. See, and this is all the stuff. That's the other reason why I like the Discord and all these bots, because like, you don't even go in. I hadn't done it yet, but like Jordan went through the bots, and like all the information is like right there, so you don't have to manually do it.
Yep.
Let's see what's.
Bumblebee, I ain't going to sleep.
We're gonna pull up these charts again.
Discourse win.
We need to chart Tesla. See, get that spotted.
Bro, I'm finna back test that. That's what I need to do. I'm actually sitting here.
Well, you about to go on vacation, so you do that in June.
Yeah, I'm finna be out all next week, dog. I'll be around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but
Hey, Joy, you think we get Moody to lay in on that question that I asked?
yeah, we doing what?
Get Moody to comment on that question that I asked.
Moody Bugs. Let me holler at you, dog. So what we trying to figure out, my boy, is what was the question again? I like it's
them shades got you blown.
I mean, Wheezy F.
What was your?
Lord laughed.
Is that Wheezy F? Baby?
You already know the shit.
Bruh.
It's Wheezy F, man. Stop playing with
what was the question?
Hey, Moody, but nah, on some real shit. You was trading, you know what I mean, doing your little thing. You know what I mean, making a hella face expressions. You know what I mean? But we still fuck with you. But
Your voice.
hey, nah, but I asked and you had missed out, you know what I'm saying? But like in the beginning when you started trading, right? You know, it's hard to figure out what type of trader you are, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of indexes, you watching videos, you reading books, you know what I'm saying? You scalping, you swinging, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and then you just going off of your own vibe, your energy, you going off the universe, You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you balance and figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Like who you was as a trader.
Oh, my bad. I was on these candlesticks.
I just man, close out on that shit, yo.
This
Word up.
Hard, bro. Let me see.
is how you balance it. You stay 24 hours in this.
So okay, we good.
Oh, correction.
All right. Yeah, you right. Like when you first started, I'm trying to take myself back. Like when I first got into the Discord, like when I was showing the screen with Kwame. Yeah, it was for me. I'm gonna just tell you my experience. I'd rather tell you my experience because I don't be knowing how to answer questions. So my experience when I got into the Discord, I remember I woke up. It reminded me of Jordan, honestly, because it was very personal. He sent me like a personal message. I understood it was like a bot shit, but I was like, damn, call me king and shit. Know how to use words. I like you. And then I started going through it was like January 22nd. I started going through everything. I think it was like a Saturday or Sunday. It was one of those 2 days though. Because I know I was off. It was very overwhelming because it was like a lot of information and I didn't know nothing about candlesticks. I'm just like, bro, I just know to buy and just hold that shit. So it was very overwhelming. The reason it was overwhelming is because I was learning candlesticks, I was learning options, and I was learning crypto at the same time. And I didn't know which one to pick. And it was a lot of FOMO. And I didn't know that we was in a bull market. I didn't understand we were just buying calls, just buy calls. And you know, niggas got lucky. But anyways, you talking about this is my experience. Like when I started finding out like what kind of trader.
No, I'm talking about exactly where you going at. So you know what I mean? Just keep going where you going because what you saying is what I'm dealing with. So just keep going with what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I made my bag. Everything was good. I was happy. It goes into like what somebody was talking about. I remember getting a little cocky with my manager saying stuff. And I already stood on my own 2 toes, but I understood that the profits was what made me bold to just be like, man, fuck you, like what the hell? You know, I already would leave the job or something, but I wouldn't disrespect you. So that taught me to humble myself right there because I knew whatever I'm getting and learning, it'll be taken away from me. It's just how I was raised. After that, I was happy for being lucky, but when it clicked that I needed to understand what I was doing was when I started losing money. When it was not no more buy calls, even if you had calls and it was down, I was just holding stuff. It come right back. You know what I'm saying? Even some weekly contracts, and I still wasn't understanding the Greeks. Started understanding the Greeks and everything. Then when I started like understanding that I liked it the 1 minute time frame, and I didn't like it like I favored it. It was just the fact that, you know, I was already going to therapy and stuff like that. I had just finished watching maybe 6 months ago or before, like 6 months ago, this show called Billions. So that already kind of had me inspired. So with me going to therapy and then me finding stocks, I felt like my therapist was Whitney, I think her name was in the show. And I was Axel. And I was like, shit, we about to kill this shit. But I just believe in myself. I just believe in myself. Anything I tell myself, I believe. Look at that shit. I believe. So when I started understanding what kind of trader I was when I was like on a 1 minute time frame, when like it was because I wanted to see data, you know, and then I understand that was messing up my psychology. I was already like swing trading, scalping, and day trading. I just didn't know like which one was I? How am I supposed to really like do this shit? I started really learning how to swing nasty, like dope, after that interview with Mark Monroe, because I started like really studying that. Like when I knew we was about to interview him, it was like a month prior. So I was already doing my research. You know what I mean? So I started seeing he was talking about rolling forwards. Like I don't got a cap. Like it'll be on my trade. It'll be on here like rolling fours. I was already like setting myself up. He put everybody on FTNT. Anyway, but that's so funny. But anywho, when I started understanding what kind of trader I was when I knew I was blowing accounts, when I would like, you know what I'm saying, put money in small accounts to just grow them. I blow 500, like it was like no problem. And I understood like I was scared. I understood like it was my emotion. Like I just couldn't move, you know, like, and that's what I understood is like I couldn't breathe. It's like, man, I gotta buy one contract. I was already not used to like, in the beginning I was, but I wasn't. Like I was spoiling myself. Like I didn't, I'm not about to say that, but at the end of the day, you know, when I started understanding that, when I started making like $2,000 account, $3,000 account, when I started understanding my emotions, like, oh damn, I don't give a damn if I blow these $500. I'm just trying to like hit my target. I'm just watching these candlesticks. That's when I started understanding, you know, like, okay, some days I'm a scalper, some days I'm a day trader, some days I'm a swing trader because I'm doing this shit full time and I quit my job. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how it happens. Like you can make 20, 30 grand in a week, bro, in 2 weeks. But the thing is, are you gonna control your FOMO? A motherfucker will make that money. And yeah, it feels good, bro. It's like liberating. It feels fucking amazing. You can try to be nonchalant about your wins and stuff like that, but I'm saying you're gonna feel it feels good, bro. Like what winning feels good, you know, but are you gonna end up, okay, I'm gonna trade again tomorrow or the next week and I'm gonna keep, or are you gonna try to like understand why did I win this? You know what I'm saying? I do that because, bro, I'm scared to go back. I don't know how to put it, bro. So I'm gonna watch this all day. Like how you like, nah, turn that shit off. I took that disrespectful, but I'm gonna be nice because I understand that you trying to learn. So I'm gonna give you my divided attention. I'm saying it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like you asking me a question, you trying to learn, and that's what we're doing. So hey, let's do it. Let me tell you, but this is how, bro, because I'm not stopping. Like I've been showing my screen when people talking, and I'm just like letting my YouTube video go. And I'm like, hey, somebody share your screen, show your YouTube video. I ain't calling nobody out. I'm just saying, like, this is what you should do with your peers, people around that you feel comfortable to talk how you talking to me, or even more comfortable. Hey, bro, let me see your YouTube. Somebody ain't gonna let you see their phone, but if you be like, hey, bro, let me see your Instagram. Play what they had. Hey, now I'm trying to see Shorty. You know, boom. Get on their phone. Look at their algorithm. Judge, my guy. People say, oh, you're not supposed to judge people. Stop taking that shit out of content. The Most High says judge. Why? Because you have free will and you have a fucking choice. So when you make a decision in life, you just judged. So don't take it out of content. Judge correctly. You're not trying to judge and look at somebody's flaws. That's what's wrong with people sometimes. Wrong with me as well. Trying to look at what's wrong with someone. Don't do that. Look good out of somebody. I know I'm kind of get a little off topic.
I get you, Moody. Nah, it ain't no shit. I completely get you. You know what I mean? And you're exactly right. You know, and you exactly touched on what I was trying to get around, because you know, I've been all over the place as far as with trading and shit. But what you said is exactly right. You know, I asked Lauren, I asked Jordan, you know, the same questions, you know, but you was trading during the time and you had missed the question. So I was like, nah, I'm coming back to that as, you know what I mean? And yeah, word up. But yeah, that kind of like really be the shit, you know. I trade on the 1 minute and that's what I got used to. And then I was making money, but then I ain't gonna say it was like FOMO. I'm gonna say that I was like I became overconfident, right? You know what I'm saying? And I was getting faked out too much. So then I had moved to the 2 and the 5, you know. And then I learned that it was like, oh wait, what is my style? You know what I'm saying? I don't have no style of trading. And that's very important. You know what I'm saying? What's your style? The indicators that you want to use, you know. So just you know, curious to hear other traders that's been doing this for a while, who has learned their style and has went through, because like I done went through a lot of indicators, you know, and strategies, I should say, right? And I done played a lot of strategies, you know, made me money, didn't make me money, you know, but that's part of the game. You know, you got to get used to losing. And I think that's what at first that I wasn't keen to, like, what, I'm losing, you know what I mean? But that's what it's about. So it's just about I guess it's about, you know, fashion, right? You know what you like to wear, you know what I'm saying? And what you don't like to wear.
Exactly. You said it perfectly too, bro. But one thing I do want to tell you, so look, bro, because you're really trying to learn this from the 1 minute. That's why I created the 7 minute. Trading views, trading is very personal, bro. So like you'll start figuring it out. Like I like being on the computer, like for real, I really do. I enjoy trading on a computer. But when I'm saying I'm trading on a computer, I am using trading views and I'm looking at charts on a computer. I like using my mobile phone because it's quicker, right? But I know that it's possibly better to, you know, do it just focused on just on your computer. That's all
Hold
I
up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. What are you telling me that on a mobile phone is quicker and better?
For me,
Oh, for
yeah,
you.
'cause I haven't gotten into like bots and I don't use like what they call that on TOS. I think it's like you can just have your
Oh, no, me neither. Me neither. I ain't into none of that neither. I'm just like iPad, phone, and like laptop.
yeah, I got my laptop, my screens, and a phone.
Oh,
Boom, boom.
yeah, me too, me too.
I'm not letting my chart go nowhere. And the thing about me, I'm completely different. I hear a lot of people like I can put 4 screens up. You know, when I'm trading by myself, like I do that where I use multiple time frame analysis and I pull up 3 screens. You know what I'm saying? And just trade that way. But I don't like to do that. I know what I like, you know, and I can have it just like that and just okay, just watching like that. And it's a little easier. Yeah, because I've tried it and it makes me a little more calmer, but I like the rush. I like to jump through time frames. Like, all right, cool. All right, cool, cool. Because I just want to see that I enjoy the candlesticks. I really fell in love with them. So it's like, I love, but what I was going to tell you is from the 1 minute, before I keep going in deep, from the 1 minute to like the 5 minute is scalping. You want to be in and out. You want to play those bars by the bars, or you know, 3 white soldiers. It's 3 white soldiers on a 3 minute time frame. You might get a continuation, or you might like 1, 2, 3. You get it, wow, starts pulling back. You know what I'm saying? So learn the patterns. 1 minute through 5 minutes scalping. You can scalp as well on a 10 or 15, but you're just giving yourself a little more time. You know what I'm saying? Like this chart looks better psychologically to your mind. You may not think so, but it looks better than like this choppiness on this 3 minute. In my mind, this looks amazing because I'm just like bull flag that failed, dropped all the way to the bottom, morning star, a blue signal at the bottom of a downtrend. Let's take it back up, but it did it too quickly. You know what I'm saying? It gapped up. If you was in this trade, you should have just hurry up and took profit, or unless you're playing long and you're really looking at a bigger time frame, right? And you're just trying to make sure like you're bouncing off of good levels. You know what I'm saying? Like how I drew this broadening formation, it keeps giving more broadening formation because I trade the strat 3 bars, right? So I was doing all of this behind while everybody was talking and just like, look, more 3 bars. So this one now has found support after it hit some resistance, but this is a target, right? I forgot what time frame I took it from because I'm just playing the play. This is double top. And I'm not even like trading it. And I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie, I did jump in some. I did buy a little bit of thing. I ain't gonna cry. But and it was like way earlier. But long story short, and that's why y'all see me in the background, like, and I grab my phone. But long story short, Yeah, it just depends on the time frame. But this is what I want to say. So then when you're day trading, you want to go from daily and like at least marking up your chart from weekly and dropping over to the daily, because you're day trading, right? You still want to know your overall bigger perspective, which is your week. You're a day trader, right? So day, that doesn't mean like, oh, I'm a day trader, so let me go off the day. You got a whole full week. If you want to know about days, you're going to see a full week. This full week is a candle, right? So you're seeing it by 5 days, 10 days. You know what I'm saying? 5, 5, 5. Okay, we on a downtrend. We still haven't gotten no reversal back up. We still haven't gotten no actionable signal back up, right? There's like, we ain't getting no, when I say actionable signal, it's like a doji, like a pin bar. This is a pin bar, but it's failing completely. You feel me? It's the body of it is huge, right? So I'm not gonna look at it like an actionable signal on the bottom of a downtrend. I'll look at this one more of an actionable signal, a long-legged doji, but I'm gonna go ahead and simplify it like a pin bar as well. But I gotta take all these lines off and see how long that actually goes, right? Because that's more of a like pin bar. But long story short, I got
now that you're right here on this chart, right? If you was the you know what I mean, saying like you was the chart that right to find support, right? And with the last bar being the longest, like how far back would you go?
I'll tell you where support is right now. I can't really call support off of this one because this candle is still open, right? So it'd be wrong for me to do that. But
No, I said the last one. I know. That's why I said the last bar.
Right here, this would be my last support in this slash resistance now. Like, oh, well, let me draw it for you so you can see it. Trying to get a little perfect. Right there, that not this orange line, but this one. And I just fucked up my whole setup on the small time frame. It's all good.
Yeah, my apologies. So, all right. So just say you would never look at the monthly chart, neither. Would you look at the monthly chart?
Yeah, I love the monthly chart. Yeah, the monthly chart gonna really tell you where to go.
Oh, because you ain't mentioned it. That's why.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, but you can ask Jordan when he was trading Apple. I looked at the monthly chart. I took a screenshot of that, and I was like, "Bro, you nasty. Look at Apple about to go to 133." And he's like, "I already know." Let me go to Apple. It's probably still marked up. And then I'll take you to the monthly so you can see I marked it off on my O. It was a it was the 133 level right here. But it was support. That's how I mark it. And you can back test me because that's how I say I mark my supports on my body of the candle, not the wicks. And if you take it over to the weekly, wow, look how beautiful this shit is.
Squeeze your chart. Squeeze your chart.
You said squeeze?
Yeah, like bring it down so we can see it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
I was actually trying to show you the move. That's why I had it like that. My bad. I should have told you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this. And I'm looking at this line, how I drew it on some resistance. Boom, it broke resistance. It wicked down right there and came back. That's when it ended up breaking, right, with some volume. So I'm gonna just break it down, go to time frames, go to the daily. Little small gap. And then just go all the way to the hour. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows when I mark up stuff, I use array. And I do it on purpose because I like it. And I also want people to backtest me. I use array. So wherever I drop this guy, that's where I drop it. If I dropped it over there, that's where I drop it. So you're gonna know. I don't have no time. If you tell me, yo, Moody, pull up this chart, I don't have no time to try to be like, oh, look, this is what I did, and da-da-da. Nah, it's gonna be on my chart, bro. So, and look, what time was this? It's like 3:13. What time is this? 14. But that's make 12, I'm sorry. And that's when I had, that was the, no, that's not it. It was 1:30, it was 1:33. Yeah. I can't remember everything, but yeah, I was tired, but it was like 133. Pretty sure. I don't have my phone. I need my other phone.
So Apple ticket that you always trade.
No, I just know candlesticks. Like,
So what's one ticket that you always trade?
I trade anything. Possibly, I used to always, if I have to go to something, it's gonna be DBX, Macy, possibly.
I will pull up one that you always trade or that you know.
Which one? I'm gonna show you about it.
How will I prepare for it Monday morning? How will I be prepared for it Monday morning? How would I chart this for Monday?
Bro, you can ask me you could just tell me your favorite stock and I'll tell you.
Nah, it's not about my favorite stock.
How would you chart this Monday morning? The first thing I'm gonna do is go to my weekly. What's today? It's almost the end of the month. Have we taken any targets out? We taking this targets out. It's still shooting for this target. It's a nice PMG to the downside. We still need these targets. So you want a market overview. So I'm gonna just give you like a market overview. We killed this low, new low, new low, new low, came back, reverse, boom, didn't respect the double bottom. Failed, came back down, new low, came down to a support, not really because there's a resistance. So that's what we broke through, so we could break that easily, come down and take out those targets. So market sentiment is still very bearish. Let me move this shit out my screen because I don't want to see nobody right now. Let's look at charts. We're almost down on the R side to the bottom. Go to my 1 minute. Are we bouncing? Okay. So where are we? What I'm trying to do, I know there's a bullish diversion and everything. Since I know on a daily, we're almost crashing down. I gotta go to a bigger time frame while I'm going so small. I'm trying to see if we bounce. And we already did bounce, and that's cool because I know we can short from here. Still on a nice little downtrend. With the market being beat up the way it's been beat up. Give me 1 second. Let's go to SPY. Shit, my bad. I gotta start moving. SPY recovered just a tad bit, 3 bar. On the weekly. So we're gonna open up inside, most like 9 times out of 10. Just depends where we open up inside, right? Even like that one week when we got that 3 bar. I'm just letting you into my mind now. And I'm still thinking about Macy's, trust me. SPY's gonna have to come double bottom. So, and it just broke median a little bit. So it just got a little weaker. Go to the week. Definitely gonna go ahead and crash to the bottom because when we crash to the bottom, that means we really broke right here. Yeah, so I think Macy's, you're gonna catch a pop in the morning. I really don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't control the market. If I tell you that Macy's was gonna go up, I feel like you should catch. Well, going to the smaller time frames, 5 minutes already over.
No, listen, I'm not looking for a play. I'm not looking to take a trade or make money. None of that.
No, I'm trying to tell you like how I look at it. Now I'm gonna chart it up like how I should chart it up. I'm just looking for the market sentiment, right? I already know the downtrend. I already know we're in a downtrend, but I want to know
exactly.
I'm trying to see if we're gonna catch a pop. Why? Because I'm a full-time trader. I don't know what I'm going to do in the morning and on Monday. I already know I got a graduation, but I don't know if I want to stunt in the graduation. Right there and be like, damn, I made money while I was at my 5-year-old's niece graduation.
I'm not looking for that. I don't want that either. I just, you know what I mean? It's like about learning.
Okay, cool. But look, check you. I got you right now. That's gonna be your entry for calls in the morning, right? And no, I'm lying, not really, because I'm gonna really break it down for you. That's calls You go for calls. Let me drink some. I'm thirsty as hell. But you go for calls right there if it starts breaking highs, and it all depends on pre-market's movement. Pre-market is going to give us a whole. Pre-market is going to give us a whole story where we have this body to go off of, and we got price action to go off of in smaller time frames. Where if we're at least close to breaking, what you call it, 397.02, we're definitely going up higher, right? You just got to go find a smaller resistance and some targets on a smaller time frame, and hurry up, take some profit, and don't get greedy because you don't know if it's going to keep going up or keep going down, right? And if you have more time on your contracts, then you're giving yourself a better chance to win because you could just trim and hold. And if you break even, you break even. If you want to take a 10 to 20% loss, you can, right? But what you gonna call? Oh, and I'm on the wrong thing. My bad. I just could chart anything. So, and let me delete all of this. I already know we could go to the bottom. We got a 2-bar. Range 1719. I don't like that range, so I'm going to try to find me a smaller range. Check out the hour. We're already going up. I'm going for calls right here. If we break, I'll try to go small, find a smaller range, and I'll show you where I'll go for puts. I'm still liking this for puts. I just want a quicker entry for calls because I'm not trying to wait for this stock to be at 1816 and then think about trying to get in at some resistance at 1956 and miss the whole dollar move, right? So, and I'm liking calls right now because I'm looking at all time frames and I'm looking at trap patterns. On top of I'm looking at reversals and strap patterns. I'm also checking out my RSI and I'm seeing bullish divergence, right, on smaller time frames. I could even go for calls right here, right, and set myself up even earlier to go for calls and hit previous daily highs. But I'm saying all of that, but then again, you have to wait for pre-market because I don't know where this price is going to be. This price can be all the way down here. This price can be all the way up here, right? But for puts, I still like it right here. Why? Because it's still close to some type of, I don't want to call that support. It is right now to this time frame, but I want to make sure. And let me go ahead and draw a horizontal line. It's going to take me forever on the 30-minute. So I'm gonna go to a bigger time frame. It was some type of support, right? And resistance, broke through resistance, like supply and demand. Like you said, you tried a lot of different strategies. So I'm pretty sure you can see the supply and the demand right here. So yeah, now that I know that that's some type of support, I will definitely keep that there as my my entry. I want to see my RSI. Yeah, it had a nice bullish diversion. You missed the whole entire that move we missed. But yeah, you can definitely take it right here at this break of resistance. If it breaks this resistance, it's going to take out the rest of this PMG, just like it started eating up all this PMG right here. Boom, it came back down. And it's just like supply and demand. Since you know, I know you know about it. So it's like you can see it. Accumulation, demand, drops, rallies back up, but doesn't break resistance and comes back down. So it all depends how the market opens up. I have to see at least pre-market to like let you know like a better sentiment, but that's where I would go for my calls and puts. I'll set myself up for calls here, for calls there, and definitely for my puts here. And now that I'm looking at it, I want my puts right there. I'm okay to miss Macy's from 62 cents to 51. That's just a 10-cent move. It's all right. That's just like on Macy's, 7%, 10%, 7%.
All right, thank you, Moody.
Absolutely. Ask me some more questions, bro. I like that question. You made me think. But yeah, and then look, crazy about it that it all depends on how this opens. Is that 50% of this candle? Well, damn, I'll be damn. Damn.
I
Me.
got a question about the divergence. Like you calling them out. I usually use the indicator, but without. I mean, I'm trying to see that without the indicator.
Like when I see divergence, it's just ooh. It's when I'm just seeing the RSI oversold. Yeah, see, I have to think about it. Oversold, and it's just the candles are going flushly down. Oh, let me bring this up a little bit. You can't see that.
Hey, so Moody, that's the only time that you see divergence is when it's oversold, never overbought.
Yeah, I see them up there. I'm just talking about, I'm just gonna stay on topic and follow my course. I was just gonna show him this diversion and then talk about the other one. But yeah, I see them when they're up here as well. The reason I see divergence too is because I'm a strat trader and they start already with a 2-2 reversal back to the downside.
Because they got both bullish and bearish.
Absolutely. There's bullish and bearish on every single pattern. There's no bias to it, but that's how I see it when I'm seeing a divergence. Oh my God, this happened all the way down here. Let me see. Let me go back to this time frame. But yeah, that's just how like I look at them, right? And that's just Moody style, right? I could be completely wrong, but that's how I look at it. I see candles going down and I see RSI going up. And the RSI is giving higher lows and higher highs, while the candles are giving higher lows, higher highs, lower highs. I mean, yeah, lower highs. I'm sorry, I said it the wrong way. And then I will have to find it. I'm saying I'm talking about the divergent because I'm seeing it. I really don't feel like, to be quite honest, like looking, unless you tell me a stock, like looking for, let me see. I really don't really feel like doing that, bro. That's gonna take forever. Like, let me stay on this time frame and try to find a divergent and trying to look for one. But I could definitely do it in a class because I'm gonna set myself up for it.
Yeah, nah, it's cool. They got the indicator, and I was using it, but I kind of took that off because I was using it on the squeeze.
Mm-hmm. And one thing
then I
else,
stopped. Like I'm trying to wing myself now. All I use now.
You said what?
I use the EMAs now. Like I use the EMAs in the stove.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I mess with them a little bit too. And one thing I tell you, all right, so I'm trying to find it. But not like a perfect divergent, whatever this.
This must be a 24-hour Zoom session.
Yeah,
I'm loving this.
Maybe. But one thing I noticed is also when you're looking at price action, you hit highs, right? And it's kind of like that's a resistance right there. Even though we want that resistance, it's like, man, no, go all the way to the top. That's still a resistance right there. So that's why it's pulling back. And yes, it can pull back and then come right back up. But one thing that I've noticed is this is a smaller time frame, right? So once it's up here, it'll look like it's trying to flag sometimes after a good mean run, right? And well, let's not even think about, let's just talk about candles. Let's make believe this is not the stock, right? But long story short, on a smaller time frame, you'll see your candles doing this and you'll feel like, okay, we're on a nice little uptrend. Say you don't know how to draw trend lines or anything. If you see your RSI start going down and it's like consolidating a little bit, trust me, it's gonna consolidate, it's gonna be choppy, but it's gonna go right back down at least to its median. What I mean by that, and I'm gonna try to find a divergent. It's like this. It had to happen here, like right here. Well, no, it was just too, yeah, no, perfect. Like it just happened real slow, like boom, boom, nah. Oh, you thinking it's gonna break resistance? It's just consolidating. If you look at your RSI, look at these candles. Every time I'm on a candle, it's going to be with your RSI. Look how low your RSI is going, and it was still consolidating, acting like it was going to go up right there. But you already broke the 70, what I have? 75, right? Look at that. It already broke, but it's still up there. And look how low it's going. It's giving you bullish, gave you a little 3 white soldier pattern, right? Because it's a smaller time frame, so you have to look at that like that. Well, you don't have to do what you would like, right? That's how I'm gonna look at it. And it's bullish. It looks real, that those patterns right there looks bullish. And look at your RSI, it's still pushing down, pushing down. Those are just fake pops, a fake little bull flag breakout, right? On a smaller time frame. I'm calling them like that because if I break it in a minute, it's gonna give me a couple of more candles and it's gonna look just like that, right?
Hey,
But
hey, Moody, is that the RSI or the stoke that you use? That's the RSI, right? Can you draw a horizontal line on the 50 on the RSI?
It's like right there. It's not perfect, but it's 49.37, but right there.
I just go up top and make it 50.
You said go up top and make it 50?
Oh, touch the line.
For
You
what?
draw a line, it should happen. Yeah, you saw that popped up on top. Hit it again. Double click on it. Double click on the line. I said, yeah, go to coordinates
So you teaching me something.
and make it 50.
Appreciate
Now
that.
clear all that and make it 50.
You said what?
All right. So, all right. So when it goes, that's the trend line for you, right? So as long as it's above that, you know it's an uptrend. If it's below that, it's on the downtrend. And if you want to back test it, you can. I have on fucking every time zone.
I know you could go watch this video and it's a RSI video that I did, and I said exactly what you just said. So I agree with what you said. I back tested it for a whole year, 16 months and plus something like that. So I promise you, yeah, that does work. As long as your RSI, once it breaks median and it starts bouncing like right here, you're now in an uptrend and it's gonna try to go up, right? But you have to know what time frames you're on and know candlesticks. This got weak. Even though it broke above, it still was weak. Fake pops, very, very weak. And of course, this is like after hours right here. But you have to understand that. So look, like what he was just mentioning, what Weezy was just mentioning, when the RSI breaks that 50 mark and it starts traveling down, you're now in a downtrend, right? And what you're looking for, you don't want to be biased. Yes, you're looking for calls or puts. Let's see what happens here, right? Is it to break or reject? If it rejects, you go for puts, right? I'm trying to find a rejection. These are rejections, but look, this is a nice rejection. Like right here, it traveled all the way down, right? And this is his rejection right here. Those candles right here, and it falls right back down. Rejects again, it just broke and it falls right back down. But it got strong, caught a nice reversal and went up. Right back to resistance. And when you draw on your chart, you'll be able to see that resistance as well on your candles. Yeah. Yeah, like that, because I would want to see that support that they try to create and broke and try to create right there. Because they did it somewhere over here. They flushed it and broke it. They flushed it and broke it. I don't really respect that. Well, yes, I do. I respect it as resistance. Not support yet, because they can't stay above that price. Pretty good. And you can see how they broke it. So to me, it looks like resistance, I mean, it looks like some good support, but it's not. They're not traveling on that. Like how when you were saying, as long as the RSI is over the 50, they're not on it. They keep breaking. They keep testing it. So until they start, so good example would be like, this level with some type of support, even though it was resistance, you can see anytime the candles came down, they respected it somehow and came back up. Anytime it came down, they respected it. It travels more on the upside. Broke, gap down. When it came up, it still kind of respected it, and then it started losing its momentum. Does that make sense? I was trying to mix it like with the RSI.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, definitely. I know I got off track, but if you go to this video, Weezy, I promise you it'll help you with all your back testing. How long have you been trading?
Not long.
6 months, 3 months, a year?
Yeah, about 3 months.
Okay.
Yo, Moody, if I could add to that what he was talking about, and I'm coming like from some serious experience, taking crazy L's left and right. That as far as knowing what trader you want to be, for me, I went about it the wrong way. Like I'm splurging. I mean, trying to get the ultimate bag every time, being super emotional in the trades and all of that. I think smaller trades, I mean, help you discover what you're trying to be. Like, because sometimes you over leveraging in your account, you spending too much money, you mad emotional, and everybody know with emotions, you're not making proper, decision making. So for me, finding what trader I am, it was making smaller trades.
And what do you mean by making smaller trades?
Yeah, word. What you mean? Like, you know what I mean? What you was trading, like how you was building your
Amazon question me, I be feeling some type of way. I be like, God damn, shit.
Hey, Moody, chill, son. You always ready to go, yo.
I felt the energy.
Chill, man.
Bro. But I could tell you really want to know, and you like, shit, bro, you gonna be.
I mean, I mean, to each his own. I mean, all of us, everybody. So everybody account is different. So yeah, I mean, a smaller trade to me might be, something different to somebody else. But I'm just talking about for your own personal. I mean, whatever you feel is a smaller, whatever we're losing. I might be able to throw $50 in the pot and be like, yo, if it make it, make it. It don't. If it don't, I don't feel no type of way. But somebody else might be $20, $5, $100, whatever. That's, for your personal preference. So whatever you comfortable with, that's what you should be trading with.
Right.
Till you figure.
I agree. I agree. Trust me, bro. And I respect that answer. Like, I see how you answer the question. I respect that.
And me, like, personally, I love scalping. So like, I'm a 1 minute dude all the time. And then now, especially with this market, I was swing trading when it was bullish, but now I was doing supply and demand zones, but then all the prices changed. So all the supply and demand zones change. So now you constantly recharting every night to figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's why I like in this market where we are now, scalping is probably the best way for everybody.
Yeah, I feel you. It just goes back to like what Dennis says.
It goes back to what Jordan and Moody said. Y'all niggas both yawning at the same time.
Fact. Well, what do you mean by that? I'm a little confused.
Y'all niggas tired as hell.
Oh, I don't think Jordan's tired.
Nah, that nigga was yawning hard as hell.
That nigga don't get, bro. Look at his eyes though. You know what I'm saying?
You can't look at him. He got shades on. He been yawning fucking long ago.
You know what I'm saying? But for real though, it goes back to what Dennis was saying. Like when you was like, you know, it's best to be a scalper's market. That's being biased to a type of trader. You know what I'm saying? And leaving money on the table if you want to. But I understand that's if you're doing it full time, right? Because when he was mentioning market sector rotation, you know, and understanding what sectors are flying. Like if you check out Lauren, look at everything that she's been talking about. It's been market rotation. Like the sectors that she's talking about are still in an uptrend. Well, I wouldn't say uptrend, minimum uptrend. You know what I'm saying? Some things are getting popped, but some of them are still on a good uptrend. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like understanding that, going, and the way you start learning that stuff, like, I don't know if I ever said it, but it's like, even when I found out about Mark Monroe and him talking about stuff like that, or just me being on bar charts, right? Like when I come with bar charts, like when I use certain sites, I use them for certain things, right? Like you could come here and try to like test me and be like, yo, what do you do? Just like I was trying to find a short interest and stuff like that. Like, I don't use that for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I've learned my own strategy. So I'm not just going to implement a whole bunch of things. One thing I can tell you from me watching this heat map, energy and healthcare and utility are going fucking bonkers, right? So that's the market rotation. I know these three are normally the three that are on top throughout the weeks, right? And then you get fake pops from consumer discretionary, you get information tech, and then you also get consumer staples that come up to the top, right? Materials also come up with utilities and energy and healthcare as well. You know what I'm saying? Financials just been getting beat up, but they'll pop up, but they getting beat up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you'll notice that like by just watching this shit and just refreshing your screen, watching it from Monday through Friday. And it's just like, I be telling people sometimes, like, you want to be a full-time trader, everybody's experience, everybody's journey should motivate you, but it's not going to be your journey. That took me a long time to understand that when I would read positive motivational books and be like, bro, every fucking book that I'm reading says the same thing. Says the same thing. It's just in a different way. And I'm just like, bro, just apply what you're learning from this one book and see what happens. Stop trying to like go to this book and try to go to this book and go to this book and you know, like, because you're not catching the concept. You obviously, because they all have the same concept and it's repetition. You know what I'm saying? My therapist helped me understand that consistency is an illusion. Ain't nobody in the fucking world consistent because you change up your pattern every single day. You wake up and piss, you wake up and brush your teeth and then piss, you wake up and shit first, you wake up and use your phone and maybe go drink some water and not brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? There's different, so if you're consistent, someone that's consistent does the same thing accurately every single time, right? So it's just about repetition. It's about adjusting and repetition and knowing that you're gonna fucking make it. Everybody's scared. The thing is, you're not talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to manifesting, when I was broke as shit, bro, I never said I was broke. I would always say I'm abundant. Money's coming to me out of nowhere. This happens. You know what I'm saying? It's because I believe and I keep putting action to it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I tell people, if you think too much, you just daydreaming. I love to think. So I understood that. So I think and then go put action to it. Right? If I think about doing something, if fucking Jordan hits me up and be like, yo, fucking Moody, you're thirsty, drink some water, cool, bow. Execution, Moody, pull up the chart, Bow, execution. You know what I just did right there? That's called repetition of doing what the fuck I just told myself to do. So you know what happens if I continue to do that? I'm going to do it more often and more often. It gets easier and gets easier. Why? Because we don't respect ourselves. That's what it is. When you start to learn to respect yourself, and when you say, hey, I'm going to fucking wake up this morning and I'm gonna jog, I'm gonna work out, or I'm gonna read charts, and you do it, watch how good you feel. When you don't do it, you feel like shit because you are respecting your point blank period. That's why your mama been trying to teach us that from day one. Go clean your room. Don't throw it under the bed. Clean it. Hang the clothes up right there. It's called repetition, being organized. You start being organized and doing stuff, your mind starts being structured. Your mind is just a file cabinet. That's all it is. That's all it is. It just remembers trauma and anything you've been through. Procession is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, bro. Why the fuck do you think I'm on here 4 o'clock in the morning? I'm trying to show y'all, like, I'm not gonna call no names out, but tell them to do it. Tell them to, bro, I'm on fucking Bitcoin, crypto to try to show y'all live. Like, because the market is closed. Tell them to do that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to have 6 figures and start trading. It's easy, I promise you. Just buy, flip, buy. It's easy. When you have enough capital, you can bleed with them. You can put enough capital in and get out quickly. Take 10, 20%, be like, God dang, 1,000 like that? Okay, cool. You're done for the day. Like, have a goal. Once you have a goal, you're gonna be good. Don't be, trust me, don't go off of Moody's goal. Don't go off of Jordan's goal. I cannot go off niggas' goal, bro. I'm not about to go broke trying to fucking keep up with Jordan. This nigga's traveling the world. I'm not, all right, cool, I'm gonna catch up. Appreciate the opportunity, my boy. I'm gonna catch up. But you gotta understand that he motivating people when he talk about no trend, no trend. He ain't trying to give you FOMO, he trying to teach you the right game, but he's just letting you know where he at. He has to continue to express his energy to continue to go up higher. He can't go on Moody's level and be like, yeah, bro, I trend, I did this, I did that. That's Moody's level. Moody will get to where he's at. You know what I'm saying? But I'm watering my grass. I'm not focusing on his grass. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna come get you, bro, because that's motivation like a motherfucker. I feel you. Cool, but I ain't set up that way, but it's all good. I got you. You feel me? So it all comes down to like just actually doing it, being, I don't know, man, just hold yourself accountable.
Are we still alive?
I went crazy just now, Weezy. You just gave me some energy.
Nah, you went the right way, because that's a big part of this. That's a big part of this.
Damn, what I missed? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. 61 peoples. What happened? I went to go throw some water on my face.
Moody. Turn up, Moody.
Jordan, where you at, bro? Turn up.
Is this real life?
It's almost turned down time.
Yeah, we about to be up till sunrise. Like, you know.
It's turned down time.
Oh, don't we got the Zoom breakfast?
We are reaching the 7.5 hours on Zoom.
We cooking breakfast together as a team, man. Come on now.
I don't know if that schedule went through the entire approval process. I'm not sure about all that.
Yeah, we cooking together. We trade together, we cook together, we eat together.
So look, my
yeah.
It's so funny. I told Jordan this earlier today when I get beat up hanging out with the wife, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll be on." I'm like, "Okay," and so I'm jump on. But yeah, you know, it's dope. And then you had those breakfasts, and then you just hang out, and they have like that group. It was this, you know, my wife is lovely. She's awesome, and so she understands the plan.
Nice. There you go. Yep.
Same page.
Yeah, because if you tell somebody you just met, yeah, we was on a Zoom all day, they can be like,
Right.
who you fooling?
They're like, look, happy wife, happy. Definitely hang out earlier though before I hopped on the call. It's like, there's no way.
Gotta keep the wife happy, bro. What do you mean?
Exactly.
That's how the
Yeah, if I could still use this recording or not after everything that just got said.
Damn, I missed it, man.
Yeah, unlisted for sure.
Like, yeah. So like one of the things I told her though is I don't know if y'all ever heard this group called the Turtles. You ever heard of that? There's a book called The Turtles.
I haven't.
And Jordan, this reminds me of that book, The Turtles, man, where like this guy brought this group of people together that do absolutely nothing about trading. And at the end of like 2 years, they were all like 10 millionaires at least. It was like a group of like, I can't remember how many people, but they were all millionaires within like 12 months or less. The whole, they hung out together, they traded together, and they all just ridiculous.
That's how we gonna be, man. I'm tired of seeing these people talking about they making $6 grand, $7 grand in a day, and they don't got the receipts. Come on.
Medicine.
Like, look, show me the receipts.
Right. Show me the receipts. Pull up your account. Stop screen sharing somebody's account. Screenshot. Come on now.
So didn't saw what happened in general chat earlier on. Like,
come on, man.
That should have probably caused FOMO. Fuck FOMO. That should have probably hurt somebody's feelings. People be wanting to see certain things until they really see it. You don't
show me the receipts, man. Come on, man. You ain't about this life.
Oh, who you talking to, me?
Nah, I'm just saying. People be like faking. Nah, people be faking, bro. Come on, man.
I'm just playing Bennett. Oh, I got one right here. Triple.
all right, y'all. It's 30.
What? I know you ain't shutting the Zoom down.
Oh,
Yes, he is.
well, I gotta shut the Zoom down. I'm about to keep back testing Tesla. I'm actually, you know, that will still be open in the Zoom. I'll drop a lifetime only Zoom real quick. So
No, man. Drop like I think we did a good job, man. You know,
It was 7.5 hours, Moody. We did an excellent job, everyone. It's 4:30 a.m. We started here at 9 p.m.
True.
And we'll be back next week.
Tesla has a lot of reversals, man. I'm looking at it like on a weekly, like.
See, Dennis, look. No, see, no.
Yo,
Nope. Nope.
Y'all can get me beat up.
Yep. Nah.
Lauren said she's mama right
You
now.
know.
Yeah.
We'll get one with Moody, with us, Moody, Jordan, and us on it. So we map out this Tesla scout because I'm about to dig in this weekend.
Yeah, bro. I started just back testing. Like while Moody was showing stuff and talking, I was just back testing Tesla. I don't really think I need to back test it, but I just wanted to. Man. I gotta just triple check.
Gotta always remain a student.
Jordan, that was one thing that I just never. I mean, I had my own way of doing it, but like the back testing, and forgive me if you already have people out there, but have you done like a class or anything on that?
I have, but I'll do another one, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a class for back testing strap for everybody.
I'm stuck to him.
That'll be really helpful.
I'm gonna do it on like reversal back testing and then continuation back testing and then like pick. I'll let people pick, but I'll have my own picks on like which reversal you want me to back test and things of that nature. But I can do like 2 to 3 of them in one class.
All right, well, Moody's teaching the class on back testing, not me.
Yeah, bro, don't even worry about that. We need you doing other shit anyways.
Appreciate it. All right, y'all. It's 4:31. We have to close the doors because if we don't, we'll be here till we won't.
Bro, it's Saturday. It's a day of rest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna be 95. I don't know where y'all at, but it's gonna be 95 degrees here. So
I feel you, man. Jordan, look, you get you some rest too, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
I appreciate everybody tapped in. I see Zay.
yeah, definitely, man. 430, 80 people, 54 people. You know, other Discord doing it like this. I don't know what they talking.
I appreciate it though, but Lauren, if you the host,
Yep.
me and Jordan is be on here, so you just cut it off because we'll keep talking.
I know.
All right, y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Good morning. It's not good night. Good morning.
Hey, drop some testimonies in the chat, please.
Yeah, please leave some feedback, drop some testimonies.
Bye.
All right. Later. See you next week.
Peace.